In its quest to provide an open forum for discussion of controversial issues, this station allows hosts and their guests to express themselves without any significant censorship. You're advised that any views expressed by the hosts or their guests are not necessarily the views of Tuggy Entertainment or its partners.
It's time for Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues today, with Sandra Beck and Christy Holly. Ladies, Motherhood Talk Radio is here to give you a powerful platform by giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. Motherhood Talk Radio has interviews with best-selling authors, gurus of happiness, and women of interest who every single day make our world a better place for our families. Motherhood Talk Radio, powered by Motherhood Incorporated, is on the air now. Moms, this really is your show. Motherhood Talk Radio. And now, here are your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Hey, mamas, this is Sandra Beck, and I'm here with Christy Holly and Doris Rivas-Brecky. And girls, we have a great New Year's show today. We are going to welcome Suzy Manning from Sizzle. There's lots of S's going around here. She's the CEO of Sizzle. I know, it's just waiting for me. I already blew it on the other show yesterday. I got somebody's name wrong.
Well, as long as you got it out of the way.
I did. I got it out of the way. And she is part of Powerful Women Who Ignite the World. And she's a transitional coach, a speaker, and author. She's a radio host, not on our network. Her expertise is helping women create an unshakable foundation and help them design their lives and businesses from inspiration, inner wisdom, and a place of service, which God knows, Christy, we need.
Yes.
And you too, Doris.
Yes, absolutely.
We got to get it out of the way. We got to talk about resolutions because it is the New Year's show, and we did this last year. We talked about the resolutions we were going to make on the air, and then we promised that we would read them the next year. Yeah, I know. Very fun. I'm going to read mine, and I'm going to give you a status report on them from last year. I promised to get the billing done each month for Motherhood Incorporated.
And?
Did not do it. Did it some of the time.
Okay.
Did not do it for October, November, and December.
I think that's acceptable.
Oh, you do?
I do, because you got most of it done.
I did.
And right. I'm just saying, you put in good effort. So
I did.
I'm going to say yes on that one.
Oh, I love you. That's why that's why you're fairy light.
A for effort.
A for effort. Number 2 was I promised to put good food in my body. I did that pretty good.
You did.
Sometimes too much. But I did do it. Let's see. Number 3, I promised to take care of myself. I think I've done that better than in years past.
I agree.
I agree, too. I promised to write each week. Of course.
Did you write?
Well, I wrote for my clients. I just didn't write for me. So, yeah, I got to give that a complete crash and burn.
Okay.
I promised to make a lot of money. That would be another
But you can't control that. As long as you put in the effort to make the money, then
right.
I think that doesn't count.
Okay, well, I did put the effort in.
Right, you can't say you failed at that. You can't buzz in on that and say you didn't do it.
All right, I won't buzz in on that. Okay, this number 6 I did do.
You had some good months, though, too.
I did. Once my mom passed away and the stress died down, I kind of dug myself out of a grave, which is a really bad analogy. But it's kind of a truthful one. Let's see, number 6, I promised to make more time with my kids and better family time. I did do that. I no longer sat around like a zombie. I actually participated with them.
You did. You were a soccer mom.
I did.
Team mom, right?
I was.
And the Boy Scout leader.
I am.
And having all kinds of people over for play dates and parties.
I did.
You're very involved.
I'm much better this year than last year. I had to make a conscious effort to do it, though.
Okay, well, you did good.
Let's see. I promised to earn more and work less. I did not do that. I promised to take regular vacations. I took one with you, Christy.
Yes, you did.
That was my only
vacation. Just saying.
And we went to Flagstaff, and we got snowed in, and we got stuck in a terrible traffic jam. And then I took you on a wild road trip on side streets to get us home.
Yes. That was
we drove through a herd of cattle. A lot of excitement on that trip.
Yes, a lot of car time.
A lot of car time. Yeah, good.
Quality car time.
Quality girlfriend time in the car.
Compact car.
Compact. That was a subcompact.
Just saying.
That group of steer or that herd of cattle we drove through, our car was smaller than some of those head of steer.
Just saying.
Okay. They were. Okay, I promised to get plenty of exercise. I did do that. I was going 3 to 5 times a week to the gym.
You were killing it for a while.
Yeah, I did. Up for 8 months.
Most of the time.
8 months I did it. I did it up to when my mom died and then again crashed and burned. I promised to have more fun. Now, that one I did do. I did have more fun this year than I had in years past.
All
yes,
right.
I think you have laughed more.
I have.
Since I've known you.
Cried less.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
it was important.
All in all, you did really well.
I think I did okay. I give myself a B.
I give you an A-.
Good.
I know, because you're fairy lights, and you're just my biggest supporter there. And but I was pleased. I was pleased with with everything that I accomplished this year. And I don't put professional goals down, but I'm going to share with you. I only have 6 resolutions, or I'm going to call them promises. And I'm going to talk to you, Christy, about your viewpoint on resolutions.
Okay.
Because I think it's really important. So my promises to myself this year are going to be to take things less seriously, and that's going to go with my ex and his idiot girlfriend and all the nonsense that goes over there. So I'm going to change my frame of reference.
Yes.
And put it in, as our producer Carrie would say, put it in the stupid box and just move on. Because she uses the word stupid, and I love that. I'm going to keep putting good food in my body. I'm going to take more time to enjoy life, something I really learned with my mom's passing. My goal is going to be to drop the last amount of weight, 45 pounds, I would like to lose this coming calendar year. And then I will be back to my original starting fighting weight before I had children. So, and then I'm going to finish my current book load. I've got 6 books on the burner that I have to finish professionally. I'm going to finish them this year if I have to write them with my toes. And number 6, I'm going to worry less. That's it.
Worry less. You used to write your books or your papers with M&Ms and Doritos. If I recall. So how are you going to get those done? You used to do those in a crunch.
I did. Yes, literally. A peanut butter M&M crunch with Doritos
fruit, and a Diet
Coke, and then a pinch that sugar-laden Mountain Dew that would, keep me up for 43 hours. And it's true. I could finish an entire novel, get paid for it, sell it, deliver it in 4 or 5 days, as long as I had M&Ms, Doritos, Diet Coke, and Mountain Dew.
I remember.
Yes. So, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. And in fact, hold on to your hats here, girls. I have not had Diet Coke other than once, and that was at the hospital with my dad last week, which I gave myself a free pass at. Mm-hmm. I have not had Diet Coke for 3 weeks, or Diet Pepsi.
Wow. Are you cutting back?
Yep, going off the wagon, just cold turkey.
Are you cutting back or you're quitting?
I'm quitting. I'm sorry, Diet Coke. I've been so loyal to you, for 20 years. And
is that a realistic goal?
Yes, and I've replaced it with tea. I've been drinking tea, hot tea and cold tea, and probably not realistic when it gets warm out. But for now, I've given myself a break from the caffeine.
Wow. Yeah. Very good.
And I'm not cheating and using hydroxycut either, because that's loaded with caffeine, and I would take that in its place. And I just decided I need to give my body a rest from some of the stupid things I've been doing to it.
That's good. That's good news.
Yeah. So that's me. So should I go to Doris or go to Christy?
Go to Doris.
All right, Doris. You're next in the hot seat.
Well,
give me some resolutions that you can break. Hopefully by tomorrow.
You mean
the
new ones, or because you were talking about last year?
Yeah. Do you have your ones from last year?
I didn't have any.
Atta girl.
Well, I wasn't in that frame of mind, so I guess my resolution was just to try to get through the year, because I knew there was a lot of things, on the horizon that were going to be, scary. So I was just trying to, get through the year, and I did. So, but I have goals for this year, because you told us to think about it. So,
I I did. I'm your fearless leader on the radio.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So when we're ready to do that, I have my goals. You said call them goals.
Yeah, rock and roll.
Yeah.
I call them promises. They're goals for you, and we're going to get to Christy in a minute, but I want to hear what your goals are for this year, Doris.
Okay, well, first of all, when I was thinking about it, I was kind of going through some of my books and stuff, and I found this really neat quote that just hit me in the face, and it's by Joey Lewis, and he says, if you only live once, but if you work it right, once is enough. And I thought, yes, okay, I want to do the best that I can because this is it. This is the real deal. So with that in mind, my first goal, because, well, you know, Sandra, I've been doing a lot of faith work. So my first goal is strengthening my walk with God.
Okay.
And that's going to be my big daily, and I want to do it on a daily basis, not just here or there whenever I think about it, but just consciously do something every day. And then the next one, which is really big, is staying on course with my new career moves, which happens to be with you. So I know that's going to be at the top of the list. And as I put it on the list, I said I want to continue working hard with my mentor, and I consider you my mentor. So
that's good. Better than I quit.
And then this is also on the dramatic end, but it's been 3 years since my husband passed, and now I want to start going out. I want to make a conscious effort to hopefully go on dates because I haven't in the last 3 years, and I want to go.
Love that.
I want to do that, and I even put down maybe join something like eHarmony, which, you know, actually costs to join. So I put that down.
Can we talk about your dating exploits on the air?
We can.
All right. Well, listen, I got to take us to commercial break. My name is Sandra Beck. I'm the host of Motherhood Talk Radio, along with Christy Holly and Doris Rivas-Brecky, and this year is our New Year's show, and we are talking about resolutions. When we come back from the break, we're going to have a secret special surprise that Carrie, the producer in Texas, and I have cooked up, and then we're going to go talk to Suzy Manning of Sizzle. So please come back after the break and check us out. It's going to be an awful lot of fun.
Mom, here's your show, Motherhood Talk Radio, giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. This is Motherhood Talk Radio, and we'll be right back after these. Booyah! That's the word uttered when you know you have the upper hand, or you're the winner. Well, now, we have the Booyah Radio Hour with Martin Pressey. Tuesdays at 9, 8 Central on TogiNet.com. Martin's show is all about helping speakers and authors find their niche, create their brand, and achieve massive success. Each week, Martin will interview guests from around the world who have achieved tremendous success as speakers and authors. You'll find out who they are, what they do, and how you can follow in their footsteps to achieve incredible results. Guests will come from around the world of business, entertainment, finance, the arts, and sciences. Nothing is off topic. No subject too taboo. We'll share valuable information as well as huge laughs as we discover the ups and downs of being a successful speaker and author. The Booyah Radio Hour with Martin Pressey. Tuesdays at 9, 8 Central on TogiNet.com. Okay, we will. We're going to teach you how to tell your money where to go. It's Intelligent Investing with Pam Otten on TogiNet. Learn how to be a savvy investor from someone who has your best interest at heart. Pam Otten is a financial advisor who loves to help successful business owners and entrepreneurs understand the mysteries of the investment world. And she's not afraid to share that knowledge. Pam is an unashamed Christian and qualified kingdom advisor, which means she's trained and committed to integrating biblical principles into her financial advice. Pam believes investing isn't rocket science. This is the financial advisor who's in your corner and truly understands and cares about you and helping you achieve your goals. Securities and advisory services are offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. It's Intelligent Investing with Pam Otten on TogiNet. Welcome back to Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues. For more information, check out the website, motherhoodtalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the show with your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Mamas, I want you to know on break that Christy was so not fairy lights today. She's like, what's the plan? Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That's not going to work. No plan.
Plan to succeed or plan to fail.
Right. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You Tony Robinite.
Too bad I got it backwards.
Yeah, you did. Well, it's close enough, though. All right, so here we go. We have a mystery caller coming on. So we're going to ask Carrie, our producer in Texas, to dial. Is she dialing? Yeah, here.
This is like the real radio.
It is the real radio.
Wow.
That's not what I meant.
I hope it's somebody cool.
She better be home. I know she's home.
Hello.
We need Robin Boyd, please.
Yes, she's about 3 feet away from me. Hold on.
Can you throw the phone at her?
Hold on.
Hello.
Hi, this is Sandra from Motherhood Talk Radio, your co-host from Military Mom Talk Radio. We want to call you.
Hello, Mrs. Beck.
We want to call you and wish you a happy 29th birthday.
Thank you. My goodness, you didn't have to tell everybody that I'm 29.
All right, you're 30. You caught me. And we have something to say to you. Actually, we have something to sing to you because this is radio, it's live radio, and none of us can sing, so here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Robin. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
It was like a round.
No, that's good. Oh, my goodness. Sandra and Christy and Doris, you guys have to be the most awesome people in the world. Honest to Pete, you really are. I am so lucky to have all of you in my life. I truly am, and I wish all of you the wonderfulest, if that's a word, wonderfulest happy
It can be
New Year.
It is now.
We can make new words. Oh, that's wonderful.
That is. It's the most wonderfulest day of the year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yeah.
All right, so before we let you go, do you have any resolution you'd like to share or promise or goal or nothing?
Oh, my goodness.
Last year, you were going to get heart healthy, I think.
That's right.
You're right. You're so good, Christy. You know,
Well,
I think that's kind of been a continuing thing. And yes, in fact, I just did say that to my husband today, that I wanted to try and be more conscientious because it's so easy to just slip off the wagon, so to speak. And so, yeah, that's trying to be good to me, the best I can be. You know, not the best compared to anybody else, maybe, but the best for me. So I guess.
But there's only one Robin, so how can we compare?
That's right.
Oh, well, I don't know. I love you all, and I wish you all a wonderful 2012. You are just going to guide us all into a wonderful year. I know it.
Yay,
Robin! Yay!
Fairy lights for Robin.
I know, fairy lights.
All right, well, we're going to let Robin go back to her dinner.
Take care. Say hi to Suzy for me.
Will do.
Yeah.
Will do.
Bye.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, ladies.
Happy birthday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was our sometimes Motherhood Talk Radio co-host, Robin Boyd, and our permanent co-host on Military Mom Talk Radio, Robin Boyd, who is celebrating her birthday today. So we're really happy.
Great.
Isn't she, though?
Yes, she is.
She is. She's like Girl Scout Maven of the Year, and, just all these wonderful awards, and you'd never know it because she's so quiet, she's so short. I always love to tease her with that.
Aww.
So, Doris, do you have any other resolutions or promises you'd like to cover before we go back to Christy?
Yeah, just real quick, because I moved back to San Diego, so one of my big goals is to get back to L.A. big time. I need to get back to the real world. San Diego is too boring. I need to get back to L.A., so.
Awesome. Okay, those are great goals. We're going to support you in the shows to come, in the year to come. Christy, why don't you give us your feedback on what you think about resolutions?
Well, I will first start off is I didn't make any resolutions last year. So, yay for me.
Wow.
Like any. But for me, I have a lot of things that I'd like to change.
Okay.
About me and what goes on in my life. So, first of all, making a resolution, and this is just, for me, for weight loss doesn't work for me because for me, weight loss is something that I deal with on a daily basis, every day, all day. It's not something that's going to end. It's not something that's going to change. It's like I have a weight problem, and I will always have to maintain it. I will, whether I lose weight, it's still going to be something I have to.
It's not something you're going to achieve and let go. It's something you're going to live with.
Yes.
Okay.
So for me, I just don't think that is a New Year's resolution for me. It's something that I can work on.
Right, but it's not something. It's not a one-time.
Right.
Thing.
No. And exercise for me is something that I do. That's not a resolution for me.
That's part of your day.
That's part of my day-to-day things. But my resolutions are I'm going to make some, or goals. I like to call them goals instead of resolutions. I don't want to set myself up for failure and be disappointed with myself. Even making a promise to myself and if I didn't do it, it'd sort of feel like a lie. And that's just me.
Like that big fat one I put on Facebook when I was going to do 30 miles in 30 days, and I did it for 2 days and then blew it.
Well, that's okay. You can start 30 days over again.
That's true.
There's a lot of 30 days in this year.
Thank God there's months, right?
Yes, ma'am. But I'm going to take the time to play with my kids more because they're always asking me, like, Mom, come and play. And I'm like, I'm always too busy doing something when I could stop what I'm doing because housework can wait. Everything can wait. And I can go out and play with my kids. And that's something that's going to help me. It's something that's going to help them. They're going to remember a mom that plays with them.
That's right.
You know, a cool mom.
And we can do it together.
Absolutely.
We can meet them and play soccer and play board games. And
that's something that they love. And they love that about you because you get Dan and you play with them. And
like at soccer when I made them all dirty.
Yes.
I made them do the marine crawl.
They love you. They love coming over because you're so active with them. You know, and that's
let's call a spade a spade. It's not active with them is a misnomer. I turn into a big fat child.
Well, they like that you interact with them and play with them. And I always am like, I'm too busy. I have to get this done. And then before you know it, like they're going to be grown up. They're not going to want to play with me. You know,
that's true.
This time is too precious to waste. And also, I'm going to be working on getting myself more healthy on the inside. Before the year was up, I decided to go in. Doris, you'll be happy with me. I went to the doctor, got all my numbers, and my cholesterol is high, so that's something that I'm going to be working on. It's not a resolution. It's just something that I'm going to do.
Atta girl.
And I'm going to be actively looking for a job.
Good.
Soon.
Wow.
And I'm going to be promoting myself. And that, to me, is that's hard for me, but that's something that I'm going to do. So.
And we'll be right there with you.
They'll either be goals or, just something I'm going to do.
Good.
There you go. That's
yeah,
good
and
stuff.
together we can do this.
Yep,
Together we can do this.
We can.
So I want to bring on our resident expert today, Suzy Manning, because she, I'm sure, has lots of great things to share with us for the rest of the show. Suzy, are you with us? Suzy?
Yes.
There you are. There you are, all the way from Michigan.
I got to do two things at once here. I mean, I have to talk, be interviewed, and chat. My goodness.
I know. That is hard to do.
It is hard to do.
I was going to say, I agree with you.
So, Suzy, what do you think? You heard my stuff, you heard Doris's stuff, you heard Christy's stuff. You want to shrink us and turn us into these empowered women that you do on Sizzle?
You already are empowered women.
All right. Oh, nice. Nice. Good answer. We'll bring her on every week.
You're empowered because you're realizing that you want to make change in your life, and you realize you are worth it, and you're realizing that only you can be responsible for you. So I'm hearing some really interesting things that you are deciding to change in your life, and you're also realizing it's a journey. It doesn't happen in a month or a year. It's usually things that we just keep progressing with and changing over a lifetime. And I heard the thing on weight. I didn't hear all of it, but I heard part of the weight, which I know is such an issue for a lot of us women. And I think what I was hearing you say, looking at it as maybe a broader resolution, is just becoming healthier. And in that way you can look at it as far as, am I going outside walking? Am I moving? Am I dancing? Am I maybe eating a little healthier? There's all different aspects to looking at how you can maybe maintain a more healthy weight. And then you also have to look at what is healthy. I mean, it certainly is not what society says is healthy.
Right. But I think it's a big part, too. I know for us, Christy and I have talked about, Suzy, about feeling good, like feeling good in our clothes, feeling good when we get our picture taken. You know, no more like throwing our kids in front of us like human shields.
I want to stop wearing the color black. It's the black all the time. Like that, if you look in my closet, it's like 98% is black, or it has black, and all my pants are dark. I'm sick and tired of that. So, and I want all my clothes to be the same size in my closet.
That's the range. We all know the range. We go, the post-baby range to the, I'm going to get there someday range. But listen, I got to take us to commercial break. My name is Sandra Beck. I'm the host of Motherhood Talk Radio, along with Christy Holly. Stop laughing at me. You know I was going to blow it. Christy Holly and Doris Rivas-Brecky. This is our New Year's resolution promise/goal/prank call Robin Boyd at home show. When we come back from the break, we're going to talk to Suzy Manning of Sizzle, and she's going to give us a whole bunch of great ideas on how we can be better in 2012.
Mom, here's your show, Motherhood Talk Radio, giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. This is Motherhood Talk Radio, and we'll be right back after these. Mark Lipinski is coming to TogiNet. It's Creative Mojo with Mark Lipinski, a live 2-hour show Wednesday afternoon starting at 3, 2 Central on TogiNet.com. Creative Mojo. It's fun, entertaining, informative, inspirational, and illuminating. Lipinski has worked on such shows as Oprah, The View, The Joan Rivers Show, and Ricky Lake. He's busy, but he's got the drive to share with Creative Mojo, dedicated to the modern crafter and crafting lifestyle. Dive into the info and enjoy everything from celebs to entertainment news to recipes, quilting and needlework, knitting, painting, woodworking, Christmas crafts, and so much more. This show boldly encourages you to discover and harness your own creative spirit by living creatively every day. For more on Mark and the show, check out marklipinski.com. Don't miss the fun. It's Creative Mojo with Mark Lipinski. Wednesday afternoon starting at 3, 2 Central on TogiNet.com.
Why do I feel so lousy? Why aren't my medications working? Why can't my doctor figure me out? These are just a few of the questions Dr. Kevin Connors will be exploring in Dr. Kevin Connors Live on TogiNet.com. the author of the book, Help My Body Is Killing Me, solving the connections of autoimmune disease to thyroid problems, fibromyalgia, depression, ADD, ADHD, and more. He'll dig into these and many other conditions to dissect the mechanisms of your problems, giving God the glory and looking for answers to make you look and feel better, to make you feel whole again. For more on him, his book, and the show, check out upperroomwellness.com. Never be satisfied with a diagnosis. There is always a reason behind it. And if you can alter the mechanisms that led you down your current path, we can change your future. It's Dr. Kevin Connors, live here on TogiNet.com. Welcome back to Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues. For more information, check out the website, motherhoodtalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the show with your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Hey, mamas. This is Sandra Beck, and I'm here with Christy Holly, Doris Rivas-Brecky, and Suzy Manning of Sizzle. Suzy, why don't you quickly brief us on what Sizzle is and why you're qualified to criticize our New Year's goals? I'm just teasing. So far as you know.
You want to know what sizzles? I didn't hear the last part. You said how I am qualified to
criticize.
Criticize? I don't criticize. I don't criticize anybody. I support everybody. Everybody. That's beautiful. I mean, that's why I do what I do, because I can see when I look at women, I see your magnificence, and I see your inner wisdom and your beauty and your power and your sensuality, and that's why I do the work I do, because sometimes we get stuck and we don't see it. So if you can have someone help you get in touch with that and realize it's there all the time. So, everyone's magnificent. There's only support and love. There's no criticizing. Sizzle. What is Sizzle? Sizzle is the inner spark within you. I call it the divine spark within each of us. Everybody has it. It's the very essence of who you are. It's very contagious, and it's your catalyst, life force energy. And I know on the last call, Sandra, you had asked, well, how do I find my sizzle? Where is my sizzle?
I lost my sizzle. It's the bottom of a frying pan somewhere in the kitchen.
Yeah. I think we probably a lot of women feel like that, because we get so busy with life, and most of us get a degree, and we marry a special partner, and we get a wonderful home, and we get a career, and then we have kids, and life just gets so fast and so furious and so busy, and we don't really have the time or take the time or know how to make the time to slow down, to really get in touch with that inner spark that is within us. So it's within all of us, and it is helping women slow down long enough to get in touch with it, because we can't keep going at the rapid pace most of us do with our life and expect to really get in touch with it. It's slowing down to take that time to find out, am I really happy with my life? Am I doing what I really want to do? Is it working for me? And that's what I'm hearing some of you say, and what a lot of people do when they make New Year's resolutions. They've taken the time to sit down and go, okay, is my life working, or am I just going through the motions? What really resonates with me? Who do I want to be? And realize you are worth being the powerful, magnificent woman that you want to be. So that's what I'm hearing you do. That's what, with your resolutions, and that's what Sizzle is all about, is getting in touch with that. Because when you do, then you're in touch with your authentic self. You're in touch with why you came to the planet. And then life is really magnificent, and you love getting up every day and creating and being in that space.
So, Suze, you have to take time to do this, right? I mean, I look at Christy and me, and, we're just, is this a to-do list thing, or is this a lifestyle?
Stop laughing at me.
All the best are like with our hands in our head. But we each have matching hairstyles today. We have the typical, my hair is a wreck. Mine's a bun. Well, mine's a ponytail, which is just pulled back, no makeup, sloppy clothes.
Well, I just worked out.
Sorry. Sorry. I refrain from calling your clothes sloppy. My clothes are sloppy.
They're sloppy. I'm just saying that I'm all, gross.
Nice.
Could Could that be being your authentic self? You needed to go work out. Who needs makeup on? Pull your hair back, go to the gym, work out, and this is who you are. But
it's authentic.
Gross. Gross.
We got the authentic. There's nothing artificial on her today.
Not at all.
It's all Christy, all authentic.
Gross.
What I'm chuckling is because this is what you said last time when I was on your show, was we don't have time. When are we supposed to slow down? This takes time. So I guess what I would say is, yes, everyone has sizzle, and yes, everyone can create the life they want. But we have to make the time to slow down long enough to discover what is my sizzle, where is it, or what is it that I want for my life. If you don't take the time to slow down to find out what's working and what isn't working, then we're just on fast-forward repeating what we've always done, or just running faster and faster. So, yes, it does take time, but you want to have to make the time. If you say you're going to take time, it never comes. We have to make the time, like you do with you schedule in your radio show, or you schedule in time for your kids, or you schedule in time to go to the gym. You schedule in maybe only 5 or 10 minutes, but that's good to sit down and just be in a quiet space with yourself. And what do you hear? What is it that you really want to do? Is your life
and you know,
working?
Sue, since the last time you were on our radio show, you were on our sister show, Military Mom Talk Radio, and I actually took your advice. I went outside, I stood outside midday, put my feet on the ground, and, stopped for a minute and went, oh, my God, look at the sun, look at the clouds. And, I took that little bit of time to just stand out there, get my vitamin D, realize, my Christmas lights have been up for 3 years, never came down, but
so handy.
Very handy. I was like, you know what? For 8 months of the year, they're wrong, but 2 months of the year, I rock. Okay. But I'll tell you that those few minutes that I've been taking, and I've been doing it regularly, just to chill. That's the perfect word for it. I just go out there and I chill. I stand there, I ground myself, I look at the sun, because sometimes I don't see the sun all day long. I look at my computer screen, I run around with the kids. There might be the sun out when I pick them up. I don't know. I'm so busy, trying to make sure they don't fall out of the minivan.
Right.
But it's important, and I think you don't realize how important it is until you slow down enough to see what you're missing.
Right.
Wow.
I'm not such a loser after all.
I didn't think we were ever going to get you outside.
Oh, my gosh, you got a sunburn for 3 minutes in the sun. My usual computer pallor.
Yeah, windburn.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say I did the same thing. I didn't hear that show, but
don't listen to my show. Thanks a lot.
I didn't hear that show.
But I through all this Christmas craziness that I've had over the last since December 14th, I was outside and I was out there by myself, and I looked up. It was the nighttime, and I was just like, wow, look at these beautiful stars. I hadn't looked up. I can't even tell you when the last time I looked up to see stars. And they're out there every night.
And we live in prime star watching.
I know. And I was just like, oh, my God. I mean, I was amazed. And I just stood out there for a little bit, froze, but it was beautiful. And I thought,
we miss a lot.
We do.
And I
realize that.
In our effort to do everything we can for our kids and for our families, and it's not to see the stars, you don't see the stars, I don't see the sun.
Well, I don't go outside either. I'm too busy doing inside stuff.
Yeah.
Going it's warm out here.
But what I'm hearing you say, with all of you sharing, what I'm picking up is when you did this, you had more gratitude for life.
Yeah.
I mean, we get so busy running around and what is important and what isn't important. I mean, the gift of life is amazing, and then this planet we live on, and we're all part of this. And what I'm hearing and sensing and feeling from you is you actually felt gratitude for life and what an amazing world we live in, and it helped also to ground you and to breathe a little easier and possibly refocus on some things you might have been doing that day, or you might have looked at something a little different when you came back inside. Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense.
And I was less stressed. I got to admit, I was less stressed, for 9 minutes, but I was less stressed.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's that old adage we hear, stop and smell the roses. I always thought it was because roses smelled good. I realized you were supposed to stop and, look around and You know, yeah, it's hard.
But see, like Suzy says, the more we do it, the more we'll appreciate that time, and then therefore want to do it more for ourselves.
Correct. Well, I think it's just getting it in your consciousness. You know, Christy, it never occurs to me, here's a perfect example. This morning I got up at 7:10 and I was exhausted. You know I've got to take my dad to the hospital today, get the kids to school, all these things I have on my plate today. And all I could think about when I looked at my phone when the alarm went off is I was like, 15 hours till I can come back here. Like that was the first thought in my head is and I crawled out and, it's like, we get shot out of a cannon, we go through our day, and by the time I think about just taking that minute to go outside and breathe and look at the sky or look at something, it's 8:30 at night and I'm trying to, get head soaped and, pajamas on and get in bed and, I'm too darn tired. And it's not in my consciousness, but I've been making an effort since Suzy's been on our sister show to make that effort to actually breathe, because that's really what it is. It's taking a moment to breathe.
Yep, absolutely.
Like and what I'm hearing you say, what it is, it's creating a new pattern. Because we just go on what we're used to. We go on routine. I get up, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. So it's actually stopping long enough to say, this isn't working for me. I need something to energize me, to take care of me. So this is a new pattern, and it takes 30 days at least to create a new pattern. So you're going to have to do it every day for so many days to create that new pattern. But what it is taking, because you're living such full lives and hectic lives, that it's taking a few minutes for you. Because I like to compare us to a battery. I mean, a battery is only going to give out so much energy and then it dies. It needs to, you either have to plug it in and re-energize it or the battery isn't going to work anymore. And that's the same as if you look at us. If we look at us as a battery, and if you look at your day, and if you're constantly giving, running, I mean, you're taking care of the kids, of the dogs, packing lunches, doing business, going to the hospital with your dad, we go, doing for others. And that battery drains out of energy. And what have you done to re-energize the battery from the other side? You're getting out one side. Have you done anything to put more energy, more life back into that battery? And that's what happens to us. And then we're running on empty, and then we wonder why we are frustrated, why we get sick, why we have to be energized. Yeah. We have to be able to, you're talking about how important your family is and your kids are, we're the core of that family, and you have to be energized and well to be able to give to your family. If you're not energized or you're sick, then the family cannot get what they need from you, or you are not able to give to them what it is that they deserve.
Well, and Suzy, that's so important that you say this, and we're going to talk more about this when we get back from the break. My name is Sandra Beck, the host of Motherhood Talk Radio, along with Christy Holly, Doris Rivas-Brecky. Our guest today is Suzy Manning of Sizzle, and when we come back, we're going to talk about ways we can re-energize.
Mom, here's your show, Motherhood Talk Radio, giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. This is Motherhood Talk Radio, and we'll be right back after these. It's time to capture the simple piece of the Amish in your own life. Amish Wisdom with Suzanne Woods Fisher. Thursday afternoons at 5, 4 Central. Each week, Suzanne will have conversations with guests about living a life that incorporates principles of the Amish without going Amish. She'll cover the practical, simplicity, slowing down, reducing clutter, putting the brakes on materialism. The historical, how have the Amish survived for 400 years? How can we hold on to what we hold dear? And the spiritual, treasuring important values, honoring the past, and increasing peace of mind. You don't have to become Amish to make personal peace a reality. Amish Wisdom will help all of us live a simpler life. For more information, go to SuzanneWoodsFisher.com. With Amish Wisdom, Suzanne offers us a glimpse into a world of peace, serenity, and total commitment to family and God. This show just might change the way you live your life. It's Amish Wisdom with Suzanne Woods Fisher. Thursday afternoons at 5, 4 Central on TogiNet.com. Thursday nights, get ready for the Read My Lips Tips for Success radio show with your host, Linnea Millette, at 11:10 Central on TogiNet.com. What are the Read My Lips Tips for Success? Well, it's spelled out like this. R, realize it is possible. E, embrace all relationships. A, advance through adversity. D, develop your significance. M, manage your health and wealth. Y, yield to your natural abilities. L, listen to your heart. I, invest in yourself. P, persist by taking small steps. And S, serve others. Each week on the show, you'll find a safe haven whereby tips, insights, and strategies are shared by Linnea and her guests. Go to Linnea's website, readmylipstips.com. Then join us Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Central for the Read My Lips Tips for Success radio show with your host, Linnea Millette, on TogiNet.com. Welcome back to Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues. For more information, check out the website, motherhoodtalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the show with your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Hey, mamas, this is Sandra Beck. I'm here with Christy Holly, Doris Rivas-Brecky, and Suzy Manning of Sizzle, and we are talking about ways we can achieve our goals, our promises, our resolutions, our whatever it is that we want to do this year, whether it's improve the quality of our lives, improve the quality of our bodies and our health, our minds, make more time with our family. All of these things I think are pretty universal to motherhood.
I think so.
And, and I think, we're going to talk about this with Suzy, but I know I need to live this, Christy. I know you do, Doris. I've seen it with you. I think we all need to give ourselves permission to rest, permission to take care of ourselves, because we do go, I think about our cars. We put oil and gas in our cars. We rotate the tires. I look at my plants. I find time to water my plants. However, I do not find time to water myself.
Right.
You're right. It's like, I don't know. I think as moms, we're kind of that inexhaustible resource, and we think we can just keep going and going and going. But then, we get to the point where we're either stuffing down, Almond Joys, or, turning around and, like for me, I was ready to kick the Christmas tree. By day 3, I was like, I can't do this anymore. But I think, Suzy, you're right. We do need to make some time in our day, and if that means letting the laundry go for a little bit, or something's got to give. Honestly, something's got to give. We can't do it all.
I love the word you said, permission. It's a huge, huge word there, because somewhere in our upbringing, and whether we got it from our family, from society, whatever, was that we are either not worth taking care of, our job is to take care of everybody else, or it's selfish if we take care of ourselves. And we have to realize it is not, that we are worth taking care of ourselves. And if that we're the only ones to take care of us, nobody else is going to take care of us. We're responsible for putting the healthy food in our bodies, for getting the rest, for getting to the gym or going outside and walking. But you hit right on it. Yeah, permission to take care of us. It's so vital. And I think the piece where it's going to resonate with all the moms is, families, our kids are so important to us, and we want to be there for them. But we can't be there 100% if we don't take care of ourselves. And look what we're teaching them, too. Kids learn by seeing and watching. And not so often, are you doing what you say, or, are you walking your talk? Do you tell them that they need to do certain things, but you don't take care of you? So I often reflect on that and think, wow, what a great message we're giving to our children, that we're worth taking care of ourselves. So as they grow up, they realize that they're worth taking care of themselves also.
That's true.
They learn by role modeling.
We're more important than laundry, or we're more important than, getting the dishes done immediately.
Yeah.
Not that we want to live in squalor, but but there are times when, it's like, what, the world will not fall apart because my floor is unswept.
Right. No.
For 7 days.
If somebody's going to like me just because I have a clean house, and they're not going to like me if I don't have a clean house, I don't want them for a friend, because that's not the true, authentic me and who I am. Like me for me. The house isn't always going to be clean, and that doesn't define who I am. I think so often we get hung up on that, the newspaper police or somebody are going to come in our house and report in the newspaper that our bed isn't made or the dishes aren't done. Well, who cares? Really? I mean, really.
Yeah.
It's obviously you don't want to live in squalor, but there's more important things to do than making sure the dishes are done all the time and the bed's made all the time and the house is in perfect order.
Well, and I found I've been lately enlisting the aid of my 5-year-old and 8-year-old more, and I realized, it's not going to kill them. And actually, they enjoy helping me. Like yesterday I had like 3 loads of laundry to do, and honestly, I just couldn't haul those 3 laundry baskets upstairs to the rooms and put them away. So Max, I said, hey, will you run these upstairs? And he's like, time me, Mom. So I timed him, and he did. He ran those 3 baskets upstairs. I was so grateful. I just did not want to go up and down those stairs one more time. And, I was last night going to put all the clothes away, and I was like, you know what? Every week I put the same clothes away in the same laundry basket, and I'm like, this week we're living out of the laundry basket. Something's got to go this week, putting them back in the, things. And so this morning I got up and I was like, oh, how handy is this? Like underwear, socks, pants, right here at my fingertips. So I'm thinking we're going to keep the laundry basket thing for a while.
How beautiful. Because, how quickly do they go through them? The kids go through the clothes so quick. I have grandkids, and my gosh, I don't know how fast they go through the laundry basket.
Well, and I was thinking, it takes me like 10 minutes to put everything away, in their drawers and line them up. And then, of course, when I'm there, I have to organize it because I can't just stuff it in there. And then I'm like, wow, that laundry basket's all folded up kind of nice. That's kind of like a drawer. My white plastic drawer. But I thought, right there and then saves me like 15 minutes. And that 15 minutes I can go outside.
And how beautiful to delegate. That the kids then feel more part of the family. They're learning responsibility. And I think that's a huge one, that so often we think we have to do it, we're the only ones going to do it, or it's got to be, a certain way.
Well, because my mom did it.
The kids.
My mom did it too. And actually, I was so stressed out the other day. I was walking through my house looking in every room. Every room was a disaster. And I was just so overwhelmed. I had my own stuff to do. And my husband is like, what is wrong? I'm like, I don't know. I can't do it.
Because you don't even know where to begin.
Everything is a mess. There's Christmas stuff all over. And, he got the kids, and I think I came over here.
You did. You came to my house. You ran away from us.
And, he got the kids in their rooms, and he got them to clean up their rooms and, picked up the house for me. And it was just, I felt so happy and so grateful that he did that, because I was just spinning myself, into, I wasn't going to be able to get back for a while, and it just, I get overwhelmed. And it's really hard to get anything done when you're so overwhelmed. But I do, the kids will help. So I'm glad that, he was able to do it. I will tell them to do it, and sometimes they'll do it. Sometimes they're like, yeah, okay. But I'm just saying, that helps.
It's hard. It's that overwhelm, I think, that hits all of us. Because, the thing that I noticed with working and being a stay-at-home mom, working mom, part-time working mom, the gamut of things, is that in work you have a sense of completion. You get a paycheck, you finish your job, your day ends, your project is done. When you're at home, and I do double duty, working full-time and then full-time take care of my house, because I don't have anybody to help me anymore other than once every other week now to help me with the heavy cleaning. It's never ending. It's like, I just cleaned that sink yesterday. Now today it's filthy. There was cheese on my floor the other day that the dogs wouldn't even lick off. It was so dried up on there. And I was like, I just mopped this floor. So you never get that sense of, you get that sense of a clean house for the 9 minutes before the kids get home from school. And you're like, oh, it's clean. But then immediately it's a disaster again, and the laundry piles up, and the dishes pile up, and the grocery bags, and it's like a hamster on a treadmill, where we just keep going, and there's no sense of completion. And then when you fall down on the job, which we all do at Christmas time because of the overload, you just, look at my office in here. There's there's crap everywhere.
There's a wizard's costume in here.
I know there's a wizard costume. I found the wizard costume, and then here's a perfect example. In one box in my closet
and a water ski.
Yeah, there were 2 life vests, a New York Yankees winter hat, a winter coat, a wizard costume, and those are that's a file folder container along with some ancient Roman costumes. Yeah, that was what was in my closet bottom. And
maybe you found the wizard. Maybe you found the wizard costume for a reason. Maybe if you put the wizard costume on and wave the wand, everything will clean up.
No, wouldn't that be great? I'm going to borrow it.
Yeah, we're going to try that. We're both going to put that on. And but yeah, it's that overwhelm. I think it's not having that sense of completion, and it's the minute you get up, it's like you start all over again. And Suzy, do you have any advice for us on how to have some satisfaction when most of the things we do as mothers are undone like 5 minutes later? Please. No.
What I would say to them, I remember being there, and I remember saying, oh, my God, it's never done. So I would say the first thing on that is the realization that it is never done. So let go of the expectation that it's going to be is huge. Because if you realize it is always just in process, and it's going to be done again tomorrow and the next day, that's just a process of life, of the house with kids. So let go of that expectation that you have that it may be done for the day or for the week, and if you let go of the expectation, then you're not going to be overwhelmed when things get dirty again. Look for completion, like you said, in things that you can do in work, goals that you set for you personally, getting outside in the fresh air, going for a walk, watching what you're eating, getting to the gym. Look for, if you're looking for something that you can measure and think, wow, I started here and I have completed this and look what I accomplished, do it.
That's really good, Suzy. That's really good. Excellent advice.
You going to take it, Doris?
Absolutely. But you guys need to. See, I don't have the kids. You guys have the kids. And plus, I'm older. I'm already doing what Suzy is talking about because I've learned the hard way. So now I want to make this last half of my life the best that I can be. But you guys are young, Sandra and Christy. You guys should really listen to this because you can make your lives better now and not wait until you're 60 like me.
I agree with you. Yeah, we're going to try. The recalcitrant 2 of us that are, overachiever moms, going to try to ratchet it back a little bit and I think be more realistic, because we were talking about realistic goals, and I think maybe the biggest goal that Christy and I can set for each other is to be realistic and really what we can do and cannot do with little ones around.
Yep.
Correct. And don't expect to be able to do everything because you can't do everything. Pick and choose, prioritize what is really important, what needs to be done and what doesn't, and let it go if it doesn't have to be done or if it's not feeding you. In those goals, put something that really feeds you. When I mean feed you, I'm not talking about food. It's not the brownies or the peanut butter, but what emotionally, mentally, spiritually feeds you too. Even while you're raising kids, if you find something that really... that emotionally and pulls at your heart that you want to do for you.
All right, girls, this is the end of our show. We want to thank our guests, Suzy Manning, Doris Rivas-Brecky, Christy Holly. We'll catch you guys next week.
Thank you for being a part of Motherhood Talk Radio with Sandra Beck and Christy Holly on TogiNet.com. Join us every Tuesday.